And good evening. Welcome back out to Albany TV at the Albany Tournament as we get ready for the number 1 Platte Valley Boys taking on the number 4 Worth County Boys. I'd like to thank our sponsors, BTC Bank, with locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Center with locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, the Albany Hy-Vee Shoats of Albany, and Northwest Cell. Mosaic Medical Center Albany, Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri. The Jefferson School District and South Nottoway School District. The Spec Shop of Stanberry and Maryville. Sherry's Pharmacy of Grant City. Applenap Insurance of Grant City and Winter Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany. And the Printery and New Shopper located in Albany. Remember, tonight's pregame is brought to you by BTC Bank. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Mike, it was Worth County that came away with a buzzer-beater victory over Stanberry in game number 1 on Tuesday night. Platte Valley rolled to a 50-18 win over King City on Monday.
Yeah, Platte Valley
had 71-13.
71-13. Yeah, Platte Valley had an easy time of it, and they played 2 games. They played King City both times. So I really don't know, and I think Coach Germain would tell you the same thing. I don't know what you've really seen when you haven't been challenged. And from the standpoint of Worth County, they kind of are what we thought they would be. I mean, Rundy, Reinhardt, Gladstone, all capable three-point shooters. Heck, I think we even saw 1 or 2 from Jackson Anderson. And you say, what are the chances of all of them having an off night? And they kind of took turns carrying the team. I thought Reinhardt carried them early in the first half. In the third quarter, Jackson Anderson had a great run. Rundy hit a couple of big three-pointers in the fourth quarter, and then I don't know if it was completely a play call, but with 4 seconds left, Aiden Gladstone stayed extremely poised, and Jackson Anderson just hustled himself down into a 2-point winning basket and a layup to boot at the buzzer.
Well, off the rebound,
and then sprinted to the other end of the court, got the ball back for a layup on a good delivery by Gladstone. And as I said, the key is not to panic in that. And I think they were very impressive to me against a good Stanberry team. So I'm thinking this is going to be a good game. Now, it could end up being next to nothing, but I'm looking forward to an interesting basketball game and a contrast in styles.
Now we'll let Derek Brown take it away with our starting lineup.
Visitors on the scoreboard, Worth County Tigers, the number 4 seed. And the home team on the scoreboard, the number 1 seed, Platte Valley. First, the starters for the visiting Worth County Tigers. Number 3, Grant Cameron. Number 4, Alex Reinhardt. Number 5, Jackson Anderson. Number 21, Aiden Gladstone. 24, Jackson Rundy. The Tigers are coached by Les New, assisted by Dan Gladstone. Now the starters for Platte Valley. Number 1, Patrick O'Connor. Number 11, Trevor McQueen. Number 15, Dalton Luke. Number 30, Clayton Merrigan. And number 35, Chase Farnan. Platte Valley is coached by Tim Germain, assisted by Destin Skoglund, Zach Dyer, and Corby Ford.
So again, those are your starting lineups here for both teams for game number 2 here of the night. Again, it's the number 1 seed, Platte Valley Boys, taking on the number 4 seed, Worth County Boys.
That's pretty impressive when you got 4 coaches in a Class 1 high school.
Remember, as we prepare for tonight's tip-off, don't forget to start your morning or trip with a stop at Shoats in Albany for either a warm cup of coffee or an ice-cold fountain drink, or for some Champs chicken, or for some wonderful homemade sandwiches.
Breakfast sandwiches.
Breakfast sandwiches.
They're great.
That might be how I start my morning tomorrow.
If they were donuts, I mean, you really have, they do have donuts too.
Yes, they do.
And that's a highly underrated food item. I mean, they put recalls on vegetables, meat, everything else, milk. You never hear of a donut being
Never hear of
recalled.
the donut recall. That is correct. Platte Valley wins the opening tip-off. Over with it on the right wing, O'Connor. He'll get it to Farnan. Now leaves it off for Merrigan. Merrigan gets it into Farnan. Back out. Shot from 3 for McQueen. Up and good.
Big start, in and out, wide open 3.
Gladstone will get it across as he'll send her to the right wing this time now for Rundy. Rundy now into the corner here for Reinhardt. He'll bring it back up. Reinhardt will leave this one off for Grant Cameron. Cameron drives in and is going to be called here for the travel.
One of the other things in that pregame discussion, I think one of the concerns, obviously, if you're Worth County, is depth. Yeah, I think they only played 6 players the other night, and one very sparingly.
With it here is Merrigan as he'll drive to the free throw line, leaves it off for O'Connor. And that's where you have that South Nottoway team that's combined with Jefferson and South Nottoway, where you have those extra players that have already had varsity experience and even some starting experience coming off the bench as Farnan misses.
Yeah, I think they really only use maybe 1 or 2 of those kids. I think Sipes being one of them and Nothstein being the other, but Nothstein's really good athlete, 6'2", runs the floor, I don't know what kind of perimeter game he's got, but he is an asset defensively and on the glass.
Over to left wing with it here is Luke. We'll send it up now for Merrigan, trying to bring it into Farnan. He'll leave it off for Luke. Shot from 3, up and good. Dalton Luke hits it from behind the arc.
And if they're going to do that with Chase Farnan in the middle, they're going to be tough for anybody to beat.
Jackson Anderson thought about going in, now pulls it back out for Reinhardt. Reinhardt will give it off to Gladstone. Gladstone leaving it off there for Cameron, who wasn't expecting the pass, and it's going to be stolen away. And going up and not coming away with the basket there, but coming away with the foul is Trevor McQueen.
I know McQueen went into that padding, but I think he went into the beam, and even though that's covered with padding, that's still going to be painful.
A mark. 5:52 left to play in the first, 6-0. Platte Valley with the lead. A 30-second Petty General Center timeout taken by Worth County. Back with more in just a moment.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, 6-0.
I think I called Gabriel Nothstein. I think it's Nothstein.
Yes.
So my apologies if I've mispronounced that name.
Or apologies if we now pronounce it. If you know, let us know exactly how it is pronounced so we can get it right, as the first one is up and good here by Trevor McQueen.
And I should have checked.
Next one from McQueen is up and good as well. Bringing it across and going towards the basket and laying it up good for 2. Here's going to be Alex Reinhardt. O'Connor with the basketball. He'll leave it off this time now. Up to the top of the key for Merrigan. Back up again to McQueen. Merrigan with on the left wing. Gets a screen from Farnan. On the roll. Goes up now, leaves it back off, and driving into the lane. Luke can't get it to go. Rebound is going to be made here by Worth County. Rundy with the basketball. He'll have it over on the right wing. Gives it off now for Gladstone. Back up to top of the key. Shot from Reinhardt from deep 3. No good. Rebound made, though, by Gladstone. Up and good.
Yeah, Jackson really works hard.
And now quickly Merrigan will answer back.
Yeah, and you got to run both ways. If you're going to fast break, you've got to run back on defense.
Trying to get the ball to Grant Cameron. Ball stolen away here by O'Connor. He'll leave it off for Merrigan, who can't get it to go, but right behind him is Dalton Luke.
Great hustle by the Platte Valley boys.
Anderson with it on the right block, and he's going to be called here for a travel. 12-4. Platte Valley with the lead here over Worth County. 4:28 left to play in the first.
You've seen Jackson Anderson now on a couple of different occasions has backed off of going at Farnan. And even though you're giving up size, I think you still got to go at him and make him play. Don't make his job easy. If he's going to block your shot, he'll block it. But
O'Connor passed up an open three and then wanted to pull it back and try and shoot again. And by that time, the defender got in the way as they bring it into Farnan. He'll lay it up good for two. 14-4. It's a 10-point Platte Valley lead. Grant Cameron with the basketball is going to be called for a travel. Halfway through the first quarter of play, 14-4. Platte Valley leads. Cameron will come out. Checking in is going to be Jackson Smith.
We saw it in the last game. We've seen it in this game. I think one of the big things is to make, when you make ball fakes or pump fakes, keep your feet down. If they get your feet moving with the fake, that invariably you're going to get called for traveling.
Dalton Luke just in front of the three-point line, up and good for two. Makes it now a 12-point Platte Valley lead. Gladstone with it over the top of the key, leaves it off for Reinhardt. He'll now leave it off for Jackson Anderson. Anderson leaves it off for Rundy. Shot from three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound's going to be made here by Farnan.
Well, if you couldn't tell much about Platte Valley playing King City in those first two games, they've really been impressive in the early going here.
Dalton Luke trying to bring it into Farnan. Up and good off the glass. And now trying to bring it inside. Ball up to the top of the key. Ball stolen away by Merrigan. He'll go up and he'll lay it off the glass for two. Now a timeout is going to be called here by Worth County. A full Petty John Arnold Center timeout. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Schote's Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schote's has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schote's adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schote's Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
Petty John Auto Center in Bethany and Albany is a proud sponsor of Albany TV. Petty John's is your local Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. For new and used vehicles, certified service, and collision center, visit pettyjohnauto.com.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. 20-4. Platte Valley with the lead here for Worth County. 2:56 still left to play here in the first quarter. Worth County set to inbounds here after the Petty John Arnold Center timeout. Rundle inbounds now here for Reinhardt. Up now for Rundy, now for Jackson Anderson. And a foul called here on the floor, off the ball. And it's going to go here against Matt Germain.
Well, Matt's giving away a little size in there.
And now Nostine comes away with a big turnover and then is going to turn it right back over with the travel. Ball inbounds here for Rundy. Rundy drives, leaves it off for Reinhardt. He'll drive in. Leaves it off for Jackson Anderson. Has the ball tipped a little bit there by Farnan as it goes to the basket off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound made by Reinhardt. He'll go up. Gets it going, good for two. Over on the left wing with now here is going to be Merrigan as he'll drive into the baseline. Can't get it to go. Second chance won't go either. baseline with a Gladstone. He'll give it off this time now for Rundy. He'll put up a shot that's blocked here by Farnan. And Reinhardt will come away with the rebound. His shot a little too hard, no good. This time Farnan will come away with the rebound. And now Merrigan will drive up and good for two. 22-6, 140 left to play in the first. With it up at the top of the key, here's Jackson Anderson. He'll leave this one off now. Gladstone sends it in the corner. Rundy shot from three. Off the iron, no good. Merrigan will bring it across. Trying to leave it there for McQueen. Stolen away, though, here by Jackson Rundy. And now we're going to have an offensive foul called against Rundy.
We had a fan yelling for a foul. They got one.
They did.
Don't think that's what she had in mind.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right team she wanted either.
Well, that's true.
22-6, 105 left to play here in the first. Luke with it on the left wing up to the top of the key for Nostine, trying to bring it into Farnan. Gets it to O'Connor. Merrigan now with it on the right wing.
Little shot by Farnan, went up to catch it and caught a little shove right in the small of his back.
Up to the top of the key again now for Merrigan, right wing. Dalton Luke underneath a minute left to play in the first. Brings it into Farnan in the paint. He'll go up hard, gets the bucket and the foul. Is Jackson Anderson going to be called for the foul? That'll be the third foul called here against Worth County. Just one against Platte Valley so far in the half. Farnan's free throw attempt up and good.
And without Farnan, Platte Valley would still be a really good team. But it just makes such a difference because it changes your whole outlook on both the defensive and the offensive end.
Gladstone drives in, leaves it right wing up to the top of the key here for Reinhardt. Shot from the elbow, no good. Rebound's going to be made by Nostine. Bringing it across here is O'Connor with 13 seconds left here in the first, 25-6. It's a 19-point Platte Valley boys lead. 5 seconds, O'Connor trying to leave it for Nostine on the block. Goes up, puts it off the glass, up and good for two. 27-6, Platte Valley with the lead here at the end of the first quarter play. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you. Applenap Insurance in Grant City is a Farmer Mutual company that is happy to provide you and your family with all of your insurance needs. Ben Applenap can provide you with insurance for your home, auto, or farm liability. Give Ben Applenap of Applenap Insurance in Grant City a call today at 660-564-2406. That's 660-564-2406, representing Grinnell Mutual.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. 27-6. It's a Platte Valley lead. Worth County with the basketball here to start out the second quarter of play.
Well, it's been an eye opener because I really thought Worth County would acquit themselves better. That doesn't mean they won't come back.
As Jackson Rundy has the ball knocked away, as O'Connor will bring it down, and then we'll rethink it as he'll leave it off for Merrigan, who goes up and good.
Yeah, I've always said because Platte Valley plays so much differently
as this
than
one's
other
be
teams.
Stolen away.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. But yeah, Platte Valley previously it was the Jefferson teams. Now Platte Valley, just between Tim Germain and even Tyler Pedersen on the girls' side, they just have a way of that defense and
Well,
just so fast-paced. They get you out of your style
the
of offense.
intensity, they force you to go a little faster than you want to go. And I've always said the first time you play them, it's if you've never seen it before. And I say this as a compliment because they play differently than most other teams you see. They have the combination of both intensity and quickness, but they're able to play under control with that pressure. And if you've got to be ready to match it. And if you're not ready for it, you get what we're seeing right now. And sometimes you just have to go against it once or twice to really fully appreciate it and understand what you have to do as players. As coaches, you can tell them, but the players have to see it. They don't really believe it until they have to go against it.
Gladstone drives in, a foul going to be called. And this one's going to go against Rostein there. That'll be his first. 31-6, Platte Valley with the lead. Gladstone at the line for the 2 free throws. First shot up and good. As the second free throw attempt. Up and good. Bringing it across. Here's going to be Trevor McQueen into the corner for O'Connor. McQueen trying to bring it into Farnan. Ball stolen away here by Reinhardt. He'll slow things up a little bit. Now drives into the paint. Puts up a contested shot. Up and good for 2.
Reinhardt's really a good athlete. I'm more impressed with him every time I see him play.
And he was somebody we didn't get to watch in the Albany tournament last year as he had a football injury and was never able to play here in the Albany tournament. We got to see him the first time whenever Worth County played at the Stanbury tournament.
Stanbury, and he was good then. He's just really impressive. And that's not to disparage the other kids on his team, but
Reinhardt picks up his first as the ball is inbounds here for McQueen. Gives it now for Luke into the corner for Nostein. Back again for Luke. Little spin, drives in, leaves it off for O'Connor. Leaves it to Farnan on the baseline. Goes up, can't get it to fall in. Rebound's going to be made by Anderson. Driving in Rundy on the baseline. Back out again here for Reinhardt. Into the corner, Rundy, shot from 3. Rolls out, no good. Over the right wing and driving in is Luke. Goes up and a charge going to be called here against Luke. That'll be his first personal. And a timeout's going to be called here. Petty John Ellis Center timeout called here by Platte Valley. A 30-second Petty John Ellis Center timeout. Back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
The board members, staff, teachers, and community members of the South Ottaway R4 School District in Barnard are proud of their students. The South Ottaway athletes use their hard work and perseverance that they learn in the classroom and apply it to their extracurricular activities. The South Ottaway R4 School District continuing to do what is best for students every day in everything they do. The South Ottaway R4 School District wants to wish Platte Valley the best of luck at the Albany Tournament.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. 31-10. It's a 21-point Platte Valley lead. 6:08 left to play here in the second. Rundy set to inbounds here for the Tigers. Ball inbounds here to Gladstone. Gives it off now for Rundy. He'll bring it across. Into the corner now for Reinhardt. Shot from 3. Up and good.
well, while we were on the break, we were just talking about Reinhardt's skill set. He not only can shoot the 3, he can shoot the deep 3, put it on the floor and get himself to the basket and finish when he does it. And he does an awful lot of things you love as a coach offensively. And now he's having to guard the much taller
Farnan
inside.
Farnan able to turn around on him though and puts it up off the glass. 33-13. 5:30 left to play in the second. Bringing it across is Reinhardt. He's going to be called now for the double dribble.
But he is one of the things we also talked about. Farnan is so tall compared to the other people on the floor. You can go ahead and front him, and even with backside help, he still gets the ball in there for the lob. So now they've gone to trying to play behind him.
Trying to bring it into Merrigan, and a foul going to be called here against the Tigers. as this one's going to go against Rundy. That'll be his second personal with 5:17 left to play in the second. Next team foul against Worth County will put Platte Valley in the bonus. Inbounds to Dalton Luke, up and good.
Luke's hit every shot he's taken here in this game. Another senior. Was kind of instant offense and instant energy off the bench. Worked himself into a starting position this year, and still impressive.
As that time, Reinhardt hits it off the front of the iron, off the three-point play. Trying to get it to Farnan, ball stolen away by Reinhardt. He'll throw it up, and it's going to be picked up here by now McQueen. McQueen gets it to Jermaine in the corner. Up for Luke, now gives it for Farnan on the baseline. Goes up and lays it off the glass, up and good for two. 37-13, 4:25 left to play in the fourth. Rundy with it in the corner. He'll now drive in, leaves it off for Jackson Anderson at the elbow. Puts up a shot over Farnan, gets it to go in for two. Driving in is McQueen. He'll leave it off now for Luke. Merrigan with it as he'll drive into the paint, and he's going to be tripped up and will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
One of the things during that last time out that you saw Coach Jermaine talking to his players, and you wondered if it was an emphasis on trying to get the ball up and down the floor. And we've got, when you know, one of the cardinal rules, if you're bringing the ball on the break and you see somebody ahead of you on the break, you want to let them have the ball. Make that defense sprint to get back. And if nothing else, in that confusion, who knows who gets opened up for a shot.
First of the 1-and-1 for Merrigan is up and good.
And you've seen a little bit of that the last couple of times down the floor. They're doing a much better job of getting the ball down the floor where they don't have to go against a set defense.
Jackson Rundy checks out here with his 3 fouls. As Merrigan knocks down both free throws, he now has 10 points here in the half. Goes along with Farnan's 11. As Cameron drives in, can't get it to go. Rebound is going to be made here by Worth County. Picked up here by McQueen. Goes up, lays it off the glass, up and good for two.
Well, that was a really nice take. I think he wanted to pass that, and Matt Germain was covered up at the last minute and went ahead and made the adjustment and finished against a defender.
Jackson Anderson shot from 3, up and good. Trying to get it to Farnan. Ball's going to be stolen away. The pass went right to Alex Reinhardt, who stepped in front of the pass. Reinhardt drives to the elbow, leaves it off into the corner for Gladstone. Back to Reinhardt, shot from 3. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound made by Gladstone. Drives to the paint, puts up the shot, can't get it to go, comes away with the rebound, and then he'll put it back in. McQueen with the basketball, he'll drive. Puts up an acrobatic shot, can't get it to go. Farnan tips it back in, though.
Well, he got the last one, didn't get this one. But Farnan's there to clean it up. And whenever you can penetrate, break down the defense, as we've said, that just lets rebounders have a free run to the offensive glass.
McQueen misses there on the 3, and then a foul called on the rebound. As a foul here is going to go against Jackson Smith. That'll be his first personal. 2:41 left to play here in the second. 43-20. Platte Valley with the lead. At the line for the 1-and-1 here is going to be Matt Germain. First free throw attempt from Germain off the mark to the left. Bringing it across. Here is going to be Gladstone. He'll now leave it off this time for Reinhardt. Spins around, sends it to the corner. Gladstone shot from 3. Off the back of the iron, no good. Smith goes up and is going to be fouled here on the floor. Foul will go against Dalton Luke. That'll be his second personal. Nostine will check back in as McQueen will check out. Ball inbounds here for Anderson. He'll get off this time now for Smith. Smith over to Gladstone. Gladstone leaves it off for Anderson. Steps back, puts up the 3. Up and good.
Boy, we're seeing a side of Jackson Anderson's game that is impressive.
Driving in, O'Connor leaving off for Nostine. Can't come away with the pass. Kept in play here by Gladstone. And he'll bring it across now. Leaves it off at the top of the key. Reinhardt with a deep three. Off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound made by Nostine. Gets it down for Merrigan. Backing in O'Connor. Top of the key for Luke. Luke spins in. Back out to O'Connor. Shot from three from the top of the key. No good. Ball knocked out of Jackson Anderson's hand there by Luke.
And one of the other things that Platte Valley does to you, they play a lot of different people, and their emphasis on pressure defense and fast break basketball, it's just fatiguing. It's just tiring over a period of time. So if it doesn't get you now, it gets you in the fourth quarter.
Reinhardt brings it in, and a travel is going to be called here against Worth County.
Could be a little forced the last couple of times down.
Patrick O'Connor with it at the top of the key. He'll send over to the right wing this time. Back up to the top of the key now for Nostine. Left wing O'Connor. Back up to the top of the key for McQueen. Right wing Luke. 1:15 left to play here in the half. Farnon with it at the free throw line. Sends it to McQueen. Back to the top of the key to Luke. Right wing now O'Connor. Bringing it inside for Farnon. Has the ball stripped away. Reinhardt will come away with it. Leaves it off now for Grant Cameron. Shot from three, up and good.
Give Worth County some credit here. I mean, they were down 27-6, and it looked like we were on the verge of a big-time blowout, and they've really elevated the level of their game here in the second quarter.
Has Farnon with it at the free throw line. Sends it back out, done with McQueen. He'll put up a shot from three. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound's going to be made here by Jackson Anderson. 30 seconds left to play here in the half. 43-26. Worth County trails here by Platte Valley.
The catch is, do you play for the last one? I mean, I know that drives fans crazy.
Jackson Anderson sends it back to Reinhardt. Shot from three. Off the back of the iron, no good. Bringing it across. Here is going to be O'Connor with 10 seconds left to play here in the half.
Reinhardt's really gassed. He's having to bring the ball up floor against some pressure and guard the bigger.
As the shot there, no good. From the three from Trevor McQueen. 43-26 here at the half. It's Platte Valley leading over Worth County. We're back with the start of the second, or we're back with the Albany Hy-Vee halftime when we come back in just a moment.
The Spec Shop in Stanberry and Maryville have over 30 years of experience in providing quality eye care. Spec Shop features experienced doctors plus a large selection of frames for any budget and several brands of contacts in stock. Spec Shop has an in-house lab, which means that you get your lenses back quicker. For knowledgeable and friendly staff, contact the Spec Shop at 660-582-8911 in Maryville or 660-783-2870 in Stanberry. Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpless smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Schultz Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schultz has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schultz adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schultz Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one. Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Burlington Junction, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, 43-26. It's Platte Valley with the lead here over Worth County. Like to thank our sponsors, help you bring you tonight's broadcast here at Platte Valley Worth County Boys. BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Aloni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany. The Albany Hy-Vee and Shoats of Albany. Northwest Cell, Mosaic Medical Center, Albany. Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri. The Jefferson School District and South Nottoway School District. The Spec Shop of Stanberry and Maryville. Sherry's Pharmacy of Grant City. Applenap Insurance of Grant City. Winter Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany. And the Printery and New Shopper located in Albany. Mike, 43-26. It's Platte Valley that leads here at the half. And taking a look here at the stats. At the half, Platte Valley shooting 17 for 27 from the field, 2 for 5 from behind the three-point line, 7 for 8 from the free throw line. Led in scoring here by Chase Farnan with 13 points, 10 points for Clayton Merrigan, 9 points for Dalton Luke, 7 points for Trevor McQueen, 4 points for Gabriel Nostein. For Worth County, they're shooting 10 for 27 from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 4 for 15 from behind the three-point arc. Led in scoring so far by Alex Reinhart with 9 points, 8 points for Jackson Anderson, 6 points for Aiden Gladstone, 3 points for Grant Cameron.
Well, one of the things we talked about during one of the breaks is it just almost looked like Worth County wasn't ready for the level of intensity they saw in the first quarter, and they sure picked up their game in the second quarter. They were down 27-6. Cut that lead from 21-17.
Outscored Platte Valley 20-16 there in the second quarter.
Now I know you're going to say, well, that's not okay. They're still down 17. Yeah, but I thought we were looking at a major blowout there at one point, and they fought themselves back in it. They just need to keep chipping away. They made a couple of adjustments. They put Reinhardt on Farnan inside, played behind him. Reinhardt used a little bit of his strength. Did give up some baskets, but also got a couple of steals with his quickness trying to get around him in the low post. And I thought they got hurt by the fast break a couple of times. Jackson Anderson, I thought, was a nice surprise on the offensive end, really kicked in some points in the second quarter, hit a couple of threes. He's been impressive in the early going in this tournament. And like I said, I'm really impressed by what he's done. They're using him as a help side defender as much as anything else. And if Reinhardt can use his strength to keep Farnan off the glass, then he maybe he doesn't get the rebound, but one of the other Worth County teammates will get the rebound. So we'll see if that's able to continue here in the second half. But it was a nice bounce back for the Tigers in the second quarter. Platte Valley is Platte Valley. I mean, they're just really impressive with what they do. They pressure you on both ends, offensively and defensively. And I'm just impressed by how they play. I always have been.
And we'll be back with more Albany Hy-Vee halftime when we come back in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpless smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
If a sports injury sidelines you from your favorite activity, don't worry. You have a team of experts ready to help. From sprains and strains to breaks and more serious injuries, Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine professionals have the skill and experience to get you back in the game as fast as possible. For more information, visit mymosaiclifecare.org/sports. Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We're all in to get you back in. Applenap Insurance in Grant City is a Farmer Mutual company that is happy to provide you and your family with all of your insurance needs. Ben Applenap can provide you with insurance for your home, auto, or farm liability. Give Ben Applenap of Applenap Insurance in Grant City a call today at 660-564-2406. That's 660-564-2406, representing Grinnell Mutual. The administration, board, faculty, and staff at the Jefferson School District are proud of the accomplishments of all of the students enrolled at the Jefferson School District. The students at the Jefferson School District continue to soar in all of their extracurricular activities by putting in the hard work and dedication that is needed to succeed. The Jefferson School District wants to wish Platte Valley the best of luck during the Albany tournament. Sherry's Pharmacy in Grant City is your hometown pharmacy with the pharmacist that was born and raised in Grant City. Sherry's Pharmacy doesn't just put pills in the bottle, they bring true pharmaceutical care to Northwest Missouri. Fast and friendly prescription service is what you will get each time you enter Sherry's Pharmacy. So if you are tired of just being another number at the chain stores, come visit Sherry's Pharmacy in Grant City to experience the difference. Or call Sherry's Pharmacy in Grant City today at 660-564-DRUG.
Like to thank our sponsors, help you bring you tonight's broadcast of Platte Valley Worth County basketball. BTC Bank location in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, the Albany Hy-Vee. Shoats of Albany and Northwest Cell. Mosaic Medical Center, Albany. Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri. The Jefferson School District and South Nottoway School District. The Spec Shop of Stanberry and Maryville. Sherry's Pharmacy of Grant City. Applenap Insurance of Grant City. Winter Circle of Trophies and Awards north of Albany. And the Printery and New Shopper located in Albany. Also, big thank you out to Giratana Meat Company for supplying the food for the hospitality room that feed the game officials, the stat keepers, and coaches, as well as some of the media personnel tonight as well.
And good, what are they called? Scotchies? Chocolate or butter scotchies? Chocolate scotchies? What
Yeah,
do you call
something
those?
like that.
They're Rice Krispie treats with peanut butter and a chocolate frosting.
Can't beat that.
You can beat it. The only way you can beat it is by
With a donut, right?
If one is well, or that. But if one scotchy is good, 2 or 3 are better.
So 43-26, it's the Platte Valley boys leading here over Worth County. Again, championship games will be played on Saturday. The boys' third place game will be played at 5:30, and then it'll be followed by the girls' championship game at 7. Boys' championship game will be an 8:30 start. Merrigan will bring it across as Platte Valley starts out with the basketball here to start out the third quarter. Brings it inside, and the shot for McQueen is up and good.
Well, as we talked about in the girls' game, one of the things Coach Germain is notorious for is running a set coming out of a dead ball situation, or particularly to start the second half, and there's a good example. We got a layup for Trevor McQueen to start the second half.
Into the corner for Grant Cameron. Puts up a shot as he waits for Farnan to go by. Bringing it quickly down is going to be Dalton Luke. And I'll spin it back up to O'Connor. And this one is going to go out of bounds here off of Worth County. As O'Connor will now inbounds. Gets it to, trying to get it to Farnan. Ball stolen away, though, here by Rundy. Rundy sat out a little bit the end there of the third quarter with 3 fouls. Sends it into the corner now. Gladstone shot from 3 off the iron, no good. Ball stolen back away here now by Reinhardt. Gladstone drives in, leaves it off for Grant Cameron. Puts up a shot from inside the arc. Short, no good. Rebound is going to be made here by McQueen. He'll get it to O'Connor. Left wing Luke, in now for Merrigan. As he'll bring it back up to the top of the key. Farnan at the three-point line, sending it back into the corner. O'Connor shot from 3, no good. And this one's going to go out of bounds here off of Farnan. Good find there, though, by McQueen for O'Connor in the corner with a good look.
Yeah, you can hear Coach New down here yelling over the top. He's trying to get Grant Cameron to get over the top of that screen rather than following McQueen around it, and it's gotten him 2 layups, one missed, one made.
Into the corner for Cameron, now for Rundy. Rundy dribbles in, leaves it off for Grant Cameron. Baseline trying to get it there for Reinhardt in the corner. It's going to be thrown a little bit out of his reach, out of bounds. And a 30-second Petty John Auto Center timeout going to be taken here by the Tigers. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri knows that the future to great success is built off of hard work and dedication. Smithfield Hog Production knows that all of the area student athletes aspire for greatness by putting in the hard work, dedication, discipline, and teamwork needed to achieve that success. That's why Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri is proud of all area student athletes and wish them luck this academic year in all of their extracurricular activities.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, 45-26, 6:06 left to play here in the third. Luke will inbounds now for O'Connor. Over to the right wing with it now for McQueen. He'll give it off now for Merrigan. Merrigan drives in, puts up a shot, and is going to be fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2. And this foul is going to go here against Aiden Gladstone.
Merrigan's quietly had a nice night here.
As his first shot is up and good.
I don't know how many points that is for him.
That gives him 11.
But he's gotten into, sneaked into double figures. A lot of nice takes off the bounce to finish in the first half.
Second one won't go, and this one's going to go off of Dalton Luke out of bounds.
And as always, I just jinxed him.
So that's only the second missed free throw here of the night by Platte Valley. Over the left wing now for Rundy. Leaves it off now for Jackson Anderson. Shot from 3, tipped there by Farnan.
And now that's one of the things I might wonder with Jackson Anderson able to hit the 3-pointer, and that forces Farnan to come out. Maybe you spread the floor. Maybe you spread the floor and try to take him to the basket. See if you can pick up a foul.
And now picking up his 4th personal here is Jackson Rundy on an offensive foul.
Well, and I think what they called him for, he got his shoulder by, but instead of just continuing to go, then tried to turn in to the defender and maybe pushed off a little bit.
Dalton Luke sends it over now for Farnan here on the free throw line. Bringing it inside to Merrigan. Now Farnan shot from the free throw line, no good. Rebound is going to be made here by Anderson, foul against Luke.
And I'm sure Farnan can hit that shot, but I would guess if you're Worth County, you're thrilled with the idea that you made him take a 15, 17-footer. And then now at the offensive end for the Tigers, they've hit a little bit of a lull again, 3 minutes without a basket. And it's just, you know, with Platte Valley, it's just hard to get into a rhythm.
Now an offensive foul called here against Gladstone. Of course, only 3 points scored so far here in this third quarter.
It's just so hard to get into a rhythm because they make you hurry. And you need somebody that can control the tempo. And they do a really good job of making you change your tempo.
Luke comes out with his 3 fouls. Nostine will check in for him, trying to get it to Farnan, and a foul is going to be called here against Reinhardt. That's already now the 14th foul against Worth County here in the half. Second personal here against Reinhardt. Up to the top of the key, Merrigan, right wing all alone. O'Connor, shot from 3, rolls out, no good. Farnan is able to come with the rebound, throws it up, rebounded here by Jackson Anderson. We'll have the ball knocked away here by Merrigan.
And Jackson is kicking himself, motioning that he should have made the bounce pass, and he's probably right.
Gladstone will inbounds. Ball's inbounds here now for Anderson. Reinhardt dribbles into the paint, leaves it off now for Gladstone. Shot from 3 off the inside of the iron, no good. Rebound's going to be made by O'Connor. Rims have not been favorable so far here all tournament for any of the teams trying to hit that three-pointer too much, as Nostein will come in and lay it up good for 2.
Good take by Gabe. That's a really nice addition to an already good team.
Grant Cameron shot from 3. Off the front of the iron, no good. Now O'Connor with it. He'll hold it up, leaves it off for Farning, who drives into the paint, rolls around, and falls in. 50-26, 3:42 left, and a timeout can be called here by Worth County. A full Petty John Auto Center timeout. Back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. 50-26, 3:42 left to play here in the third quarter. And coming out of the Petty John Auto Center timeout, it will be Worth County basketball. It'll be McQueen, Merrigan, Nostein, Germain, and Farnan for Platte Valley. Cameron, Smith, Anderson, Gladstone, and Reinhardt for Worth County. Ball inbounds into the backcourt now here for Gladstone. He'll bring it across. Leaves it off now for Reinhardt on the left wing up to the top of the key for Jack Anderson. Gets Farnan to go up, then goes around. Can't get the bucket to fall. Nostein has the ball tipped away, and it's going to go out of bounds here off of Platte Valley.
That's a tough break for Anderson, but he did the right thing. He little pump fake, got Farnan in the air, went to the basket, didn't finish. But it's a good take and a good idea.
Gladstone again will bring it across. Leaves it off for Grant Cameron. He'll drive to the baseline. Now leaves it off for Jackson Smith. Now for Anderson. Back up again for Gladstone. Anderson will drive into the paint. Stops. Goes up after Farnan goes up, and he can't get it to go around him as it's going to be rebounded here by McQueen. And now a foul going to be called here against Worth County.
When you get a shot blocker, if they're longer than you are, the worst thing you can try to do is go around. You know, you go right at their forehead, and even then they're going to block some, but you're going to have a chance to pick up fouls if you just take it right at their forehead.
The first shot up and good here by Trevor McQueen. Now Gladstone picks up his fourth foul, so you got Gladstone and Rundy with 4 fouls now, with underneath 3 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. As the shot up and good here from Trevor McQueen.
And the Platte Valley pitching a shutout here in the third.
Platte Valley's put up 9, Worth County none here in the third quarter. Reinhardt with the basketball, and he's going to be called here for the carrying violation. Checking in for Worth County is going to be Lucas Wake here for the first time tonight.
Get a little frustration, it looks like, set in for the Tigers here in the third quarter. Understandable.
As they trail 52-26 with 2:35 left to play in the third. Trying to bring it inside. Ball stolen away here by Reinhardt. Tipped away, picked up by Cameron. He'll get it out for Smith. Back to Cameron. He'll drive into the paint, goes up, puts up a little floater, and is going to pick up the foul here against Platte Valley's Patrick O'Connor. And going to the line to shoot 2 here will be Grant Cameron. First free throw attempt off the front of the iron, no good.
Did you go down and put a lid on that basket at halftime?
I don't know. Usually that's the one where the teams can score. It's usually the other side where nothing's being allowed. As bringing it across, O'Connor, he'll leave it off for Merrigan. He'll drive baseline, goes up, and is going to be fouled from behind here by Reinhardt. That's now the third here against Reinhardt, and the sixth team foul against Worth County in the half. One more will put Platte Valley into the bonus. I guess they're going to call that a foul on the floor here and not a shooting foul. As the ball's inbounds to Nostine, that one will be a shooting foul.
That was most definitely a foul.
And that will be the seventh against Worth County. As this one will go against Jackson Anderson. That's his third. So 4 fouls against Gladstone, 4 fouls against Rundy, 3 fouls against Reinhardt, and 3 fouls against Anderson.
Now we're going to have a violation here. But waved it off since he hit it. It should be said here, you got Anderson and a host of sophomores playing for Worth County, so there is Anderson will be a loss, but there is a bright future ahead for those young men.
Yes. 54-26. As this one's going to be thrown behind Reinhardt, but he's able to pick it up in the backcourt before it goes out of bounds. Reinhardt trying to get it to Smith, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Platte Valley basketball. We're 2 points away from a running clock in the fourth quarter here. As Jermaine will have it over on the left wing, brings it up to the top of the key for Farnan. Farnan will give it up to the top of the key for Luke. Right wing, O'Connor. Leaves it off for Farnan on the elbow, trying to bring it into Nostine. Ball tipped away. Kept in play by Cameron. Gets it to Anderson now for Reinhardt. Reinhardt will slow things up and try and set up the Tiger offense. Now he'll spin back into the block, puts up a shot. It's going to be called here for the offensive foul. That's his fourth.
That's the third one of those, and they're trying to clear a little space with that off arm.
Well, they actually only have that down as his third, but I have that down as Reinhardt's fourth foul. And now Nostine is going to commit the travel.
After the second quarter, the Tigers put up. You wonder if that was a source of conversation in the Platte Valley locker room at halftime.
Reinhardt has the ball stolen away here by Farnan. And a foul going to be called here by Reinhardt. We'll see if it's his fourth or his fifth.
I thought they had 3 on the scoreboard. I think it's 4.
Checking in will be Merrigan, so they do have 4 on the scoreboard. So Luke will come out. Going to line for the 1-and-1 here will be Farnan. First free throw, up and good.
I would guarantee you if he had 5 fouls, Shelly Dean would have been all over that on the at the scorer's table.
Well, I'd give some credit to Derek Brown. He would have had that too.
He would have had it.
Off the front of the iron, no good, and ball's going to be tipped back and picked up here by Rundy.
Yeah, I don't mean to disparage Derek Brown in any way, shape, or form.
Anderson with it up at the top of the key. Ball goes off his foot, picked up here by Farnan. He'll have it on the right wing, leaves it off for O'Connor. Merrigan shot from 3, up and good. 58-26, 33 seconds left to play here in the third. Bringing it across, here is Rundy, and a reaching foul going to be committed here by Merrigan. As ball will be inbounds up to the top of the key for Anderson. He'll give it off for Rundy, who lays it up nice and good for 2.
Nice give and go, and maybe that'll get the first olive out of the jar for the Tigers.
There's only 15 seconds left to grab any more olives, though, in this quarter.
Not in this quarter.
O'Connor with it up at the top of the key. He'll send it to the right wing this time now for Merrigan. Back over to Farnett. Now Nostine trying to bring it to Merrigan. Trying to get Jermaine an open shot there in the corner. At the end of 3 quarters of play, it's a 30-point ball game. Platte Valley leads 58-28. We'll have a running clock to start the 4th when we come back into Mobile Albany TV.
If a sports injury sidelines you from your favorite activity, don't worry. You have a team of experts ready to help. From sprains and strains to breaks and more serious injuries, Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine professionals have the skill and experience to get you back in the game as fast as possible. For more information, visit mymosaiclifecare.org/sports. Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We're all in to get you back in. Applenap Insurance in Grant City is a Farmer Mutual company that is happy to provide you and your family with all of your insurance needs. Ben Applenap can provide you with insurance for your home, auto, or farm liability. Give Ben Applenap of Applenap Insurance in Grant City a call today at 660-564-2406. That's 660-564-2406, representing Grinnell Mutual.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, 58-28. Again, we will have running clock to start the 4th. It'll be Worth County basketball to start the 4th quarter as well. Again, it is still just a 30-point ball game, so starters still out there for Platte Valley. Starters out for Worth County as well. As Jackson Anderson will have it up at the top of the key. Dalton Luke falls as it's given off to Gladstone. Now Reinhardt, as Platte Valley players are falling all over the floor.
And I know you're wondering about this, but peanut butter scotchies is what they're called that I'm eating. Well, and
you know that was going to bug me all night.
That was going to be, yeah. I probably would have usually been able to tell you about Game 4.
After the foul called on O'Connor, it's Worth County basketball still as Jackson Anderson has it. He'll leave it off for Rundy. Leaves it into the corner. Shot from Gladstone from 3, up and good.
Well, that was a better-looking shot. He's a good three-point shooter, and he's had a little trouble early going in this tournament. And I think his shot has been just a little bit flat, but he got his arm up, finished up high. Good follow-through, and maybe that'll get him off and going.
Luke drives, can't get it to go. A rebound is going to be made here by Jackson Anderson.
You know, and I'm not going to say their chances of recovering from a 30-point deficit in the 4th quarter are good, but what you just finish up strong, learn from it, and there'll be better days ahead.
As the next one is up and good here by Alex Reinhardt. 4 new Platte Valley players ready to come in at the next check. Farnan goes up, lays it up, and off the glass, good for 2.
Yeah, and Reinhardt's got 4. He kind of had to let him go.
Jackson Anderson quickly in transition, knocks it off the glass.
Nice feed by Gladstone, but that was great body control. Caught it and finished around the basket.
Up to the top of the key for McQueen. Now Merrigan into the corner for O'Connor. He'll drive baseline. Leaves it off for Luke. He drives in, leaves it into the corner. O'Connor again. I'll get to McQueen, over to Luke on the left wing, into the corner. Merrigan. O'Connor, McQueen, Merrigan, drives, pulls back out and sends it to the corner for O'Connor. Farnan on the elbow, drives in, lays it up, nice and easy for 2. Give Farnan now 20 points here in the ball game. Bringing it across, here is Rundy. Gives it off for Anderson. Gladstone with it at the top of the key. He'll send it over the right wing. Anderson shot from 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound is going to be made here by Merrigan. And it's going to go off. And the foul is going to go against Merrigan here.
I think the confusion
believe that the
arose.
confusion here is
Yeah.
who the fouls, which one's the home team.
Well, the official pointed the other way with it.
I believe there was also some confusion as
I think they
officials
got
said there was going to be a 1-and-1 shot, but there's only 5 fouls against
Yeah.
Platte Valley.
so a lot of confusion there, but we got it straightened out now. They did call Merrigan over the back.
Checking in here for Platte Valley, Charles Sipes, Gabriel Nostein, as well as Memphis Bliley, Matt Germain, and Levi Birch. Gladstone shot from 3, up and good.
Another good follow through on his shot. I think makes all the difference sometimes for good shooters.
Nostein sends it out to Birch on the right wing, into the corner for Germain. He'll drive baseline, puts up the floater. Can't get it to fall. Rebound is going to be made here by Jackson Rundy. Rundy leaves it off for Anderson. Out to the top key, Reinhardt. Send to the corner for Rundy. Sidesteps the defender, puts up the shot from 3, up and good.
And I'll tell you what, they can put up points in a hurry with those perimeter shooters that they have. Nice pump fake, a step back 3.
Germain goes up and he'll lay it in off the glass for his first bucket of the ball game. 64-41, Platte Valley with the lead. 4:10 left to play here in the fourth. Into the corner with it now, Rundy. He'll now send it out for Jackson Anderson on the left wing. Anderson drives in the paint, goes up, puts up the shot off the mark, no good. Rebound is going to be made here by Bliley.
Nostein again, good job running the floor. Now they saw him just a little too late, and the throw makes an interception out of it.
Gladstone drives, lays it up, good for 2. And now a Petty John Arnold Center timeout going to be taken here by Platte Valley. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Sherry's Pharmacy in Grant City is your hometown pharmacy with the pharmacist that was born and raised in Grant City. Sherry's Pharmacy doesn't just put pills in the bottle, they bring true pharmaceutical care to Northwest Missouri. Fast and friendly prescription service is what you will get each time you enter Sherry's Pharmacy. So if you are tired of just being another number at the chain stores, come visit Sherry's Pharmacy in Grant City to experience the difference. Or call Sherry's Pharmacy in Grant City today at 660-564-DRUG.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, 64-43, 3:39 left to play here in the fourth. Memphis Bliley will inbounds here for Platte Valley. To whom, I don't know. Okay, Germain will come in to help him.
Got 2 freshman guards playing for Platte Valley.
As this one's stolen away here by Reinhardt. Goes up and gets it to go in, good for 2.
Birch tried to hustle back and bother it, but Reinhardt did a nice job of trying to finish it off.
Shot from 3 by Wyatt Tobin, no good. Reinhardt now with it on the right wing, ready to check in. And next check is Carter Luke, as Sipes will come away with the steal. And now timeout's going to be called here by Petty John Auto Center. A full Petty John Auto Center timeout. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri knows that the future to great success is built off of hard work and dedication. Smithfield Hog Production knows that all of the area student athletes aspire for greatness by putting in the hard work, dedication, discipline, and teamwork needed to achieve that success. That's why Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri is proud of all area student athletes and wish them luck this academic year in all of their extracurricular activities.
Petty John Auto Center in Bethany and Albany is a proud sponsor of Albany TV. Petty John's is your local Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. For new and used vehicles, certified service, and collision center, visit pettyjohnauto.com.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, 64-45, 3:07 left to play here in the fourth quarter.
Worth County has gone to some substitutions here. They're going to leave Rundy out on the floor.
Try and bring it into Sipes on the block. He can't get it to go. And then on the tip by somebody goes in. I don't think it was him, but he'll take it.
I think it was tipped by Jackson Smith. He's sure shaking his head.
Said Sipes just kind of looked up and said, all right, well, if you're going to give it to me, I'll take it. So as Cameron will give it into the corner this time now for Rundy. He'll drive baseline, pulls it up. Now sends it into the corner for Cameron. His shot from three. Short, no good. Rebound made by Sipes. And now trying to keep it in play, there's Rundy. But they're going to call it out of bounds. Here off of Worth County. Trying to inbounds at the Sipes, but knocked away there by Jackson Smith, picked up by Jermaine. They'll send it out now for Birch.
Good
Birch
defense.
drives in, leaves it to Jermaine in the corner.
Good defense by Smith on that lob.
Birch will drive baseline, now pulls it back out. Send up to the top of the key for Bliley. Into the corner now for Carter Luke. Back up to Birch. Birch will drive in, lays it up off the glass, good for two. Bringing it across here is going to be Grant Cameron. He'll leave it off now for Levi Casseval. Lucas Wake trying to send it inside. Ball tipped away there by Jermaine. He'll quickly get it out now for Birch. Birch drives baseline, pulls it back out. Jermaine now with it. Sending it up to the top of the key to Bliley. For Luke, now over to the right wing again for Birch. Gets it to Sipes on the elbow. He'll drive in, puts up the shot. Off the glass, no good. Rebound is going to be made here by Bliley. By Jace Cousette. Cousette with it as he'll spin around. Ball knocked away by Birch. Now goes back to Birch as he'll go up and gets it to go in, up and good for two. He has 4 points here. 1:05 left to play in the fourth, 70-45. Platte Valley with the lead. Casseval gets this one off now to Cameron. He'll now give it to Wake up to the top of the key for Cossette. And he's going to be called for the travel. Now ready to check in here for Platte Valley. Wyatt Miller, Wyatt Tobin, Michael Wolf will check in as well. Checking out were Jermaine, Luke, and Sipes. Over to the right wing with it down for Wolf. Up to the top of the key for Bliley. Left wing, Wyatt Tobin. William Collins drives in, puts up the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound made by Wyatt Miller. He'll go up. Key can't get it to go. Ball rolls around on the floor. Picked up again here by Tobin. Now this one won't go, and it's going to be rebounded here by John Galikanakis. Casseval loses it, gets it to go to Cameron. Underneath 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Levi Casseval with it, has it stolen from his back pocket as Wyatt Tobin goes up and lays it up with his right hand. 72-45. As bringing it across, here is Grant Cameron. 72-45 is your final. As the Platte Valley boys go on to play in the championship game on Saturday at 8:30. The Worth County boys will play in the third place game at 5:30 on Saturday. We'll be back with the BTC Bank post game in just a moment on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with the BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, where it's a 72-45 victory tonight for Platte Valley over Worth County. Platte Valley on the night shoots 28 for 47 from the field, 13 for 16 from the free throw line. Led in scoring tonight by Chase Farnan with 20 points, 14 points for Clayton Merrigan, 11 points for Trevor McQueen, 9 points for Dalton Luke, 8 points on the night for Gabriel Nostine, 4 points for Levi Birch, 2 points for Wyatt Tobin, Matt Germain, and Charles Sipes. For Worth County, they shot unofficially 18 for 45 from the field, 2 for 4 from the free throw line, and 7 for 24 from behind the three-point arc. Led in scoring tonight by Aiden Gladstone with 14 points, 13 points for Alex Reinhardt, 10 points for Jackson Anderson, 5 points for Jackson Rundy, and 3 points for Grant Cameron. So, Mike, the Platte Valley boys will await the winner of the final game of the night in Princeton. Worth County will move into the consolation game.
Yeah,
the third place game.
This is what everybody expected, I believe, and they're really impressive. I thought Farnan played really well. Dalton Luke, I think, always plays well. Merrigan quietly, and I do mean quietly, had a really nice game for the Platte Valley boys. And the biggest thing that goes underrated with them is their defense. I know everybody, well, they score and they move the ball and they've got all these kids do things. Their defense can just be suffocating, and it did that to Worth County at least in the first and third quarters. And it was just too much to overcome. For Worth County, that's going to be a learning experience for them. And I would suspect if they play Platte Valley again, I would suspect they'll play them a little better. They found some things, I think, that were successful for them, at least in the second quarter. Had trouble getting off the schneid in the third quarter, but then did break loose a little bit in the fourth quarter before Coach New emptied his bench. So it's what we expected, and now I think everybody kind of thought, well, it was kind of a given that Platte Valley boys were going to be in the finals. And now the only thing left is who are they going to play?
I'd like to thank our sponsors. I'll be bringing you tonight's broadcast of Platte Valley Worth County boys. BTC Bank locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Walnut, Iowa. Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant of Albany, the Albany Hy-Vee and Shoats of Albany. Northwest Cell, Mosaic Medical Center, Albany. Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri, the Jefferson School District, and South Nottoway School District. The Spec Shop of Stanbury and Maryville. Sherry's Pharmacy of Grant City. Appledap Insurance of Grant City. Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany. And the Printery and New Shopper of Albany. Game coming up for you next. It's the Worth County girls and the Stanbury girls to see who moves into the championship game, who moves into the third place game. When we come back in just a moment here on Albany TV.